Hello, hello, Cancer. This is Miss Joan of Miss Joan's Tarot on the Hill, and also Lady J of Lady J's Tarot Reading. So, ta-da! This is me at my Ren Fair space, in my tent, no less, giving it a shot to see how it plays and see if anybody of you like it, if you hate it. Mostly I'm just introducing you to Lady J's Tarot Reading, and the name of my channel will likely change in January, so I want you to have an idea where it came from and how it got here. I'm excited to do this. I hope that you all like it. If you don't, please comment below. Let me know. Tell me things. Communicate with me. I don't plan on wearing costume every time, but it is what I do for fair. And I wanted to share that with you as well. For the people of you, those of my subscribers who don't know that, this is what's going on. So it's exciting for me to do this and be the big reveal, right? Okay, so here we are. And I'm talking to you, Cancer, about the 24th through the 30th. I have the 3 cards in front of me from the overview video. And I have this card here, which is our guiding card for the month. It is Evolution. Evolution is Herderite. Speaking of big changes, big, huge changes. Think about that butterfly coming out of the cocoon. This is it. This is the big time for that. And it's been a big deal, right? This particular week looks like it's going to be a little tough. So bear with me. Last week wasn't great either. There was a lot of potential, but we put that on the shelf because we wanted to feel feelings and do what we had to do. So let's pull some other cards and see where we're at. Okay. This is a tarot deck, which is a compilation deck, which means none of the cards match. They're all from different artists, and it's super exciting. The Alleyman's Tarot, if you aren't familiar with it, check it out. It's very cool. And we are going to keep adding these cards. And here we are. Let's talk about what's going on. So we have the 8. The 8, which is trapped in fear. All right. So I feel there's somebody going through some clinical depression, in fact. Something where you're stopping. There are those of you who are just plain stopping yourself from moving forward by going, well, I'm nervous and I don't want to do that. And that's okay. It's very much the high dive experience where you get up there and you go, nope, nope, nope. And then you walk away. I get that. But this is, for some of you, it's different. And I want to encourage you to take care of yourselves. Self-care is important, meaning that if you need professional assistance, by all means, go get it. I'm not here to tell you not to, but this card speaks plainly that some of you are going to want to get some help, right? This guy is in a cage, which is actually just a window, but he's all by himself, feeling quite terrible. Cars. When you're outside, you get all kinds of disruptions. It's interesting, right? So this is a big deal. It's trapping you. It's keeping you from wanting to move forward. Some of you are actually in a position where getting out there and doing the work is going to be really important. You need to get out, do the work, go to work, physically work, make some money. For some of you, that'll be therapeutic. For some of you, not so much. While you're there, I feel like you're experiencing, we got the dog card again, and it speaks very much to me of that loyalty that is required. In this case, it feels like you're a loyal employee. You are doing what you need to do. Maybe you're trapping yourself from moving forward because you're afraid of losing your spot. If I step out into the limelight, or if I step out as a leader, or if I step out into this other option that's not very clear, I'll lose my job. So I feel that there's a strong, you're compelled quite a lot right now to not move from where you are because you're afraid of where you may end up. Totally get it. If you're comfortable at your job and yet you want more, but you're not able to acquire more or create more, it has a lot to do with the fear. Now, along with this fear, we want to look at the awareness situation, right? Awareness is what's blocked. You may not be seeing the big picture of where things are going, as in, I'm really afraid of leaving, but you don't necessarily see that the train is on fire, right? And about to go off a cliff. So you're dealing with not being aware of the true circumstances of what's going on. You're hanging on tight and being loyal to something that's on fire and about to go over the cliff. All right. I know that's I'm mixing metaphors again, but the vision is clear. Being open to the possibility of change is a good thing. We want you to be aware of what's really happening. You're blocking your awareness. This card here is talking about the battle, okay? And we have, interesting, we have a 7 on this card, okay, and a sword on this card. And there's a wolf who's got the knife in his head. And we have the bunny who is underneath the wolf, staring up at him. And the card is referred to as the battle. So the battle between the bunny and the wolf, looks like the bunny's winning. So think about that. Bunnies represent fertility, growth, change, more. There's more. And while the wolf represents many versions of intensity and but they also have a dog-like look, much like the loyalty. Once you stab that loyalty in the eyeball, fertility is going to survive, okay? So we're going to keep an eye on that. There's something really interesting about the way this card feels for me. You are being blocked from being aware that this is what's happening, and that the loyalty is being killed off, and you need to pay attention to that. So you're staying loyal to something that's being defeated. Pay attention, all right? Using your better judgment is going to be difficult this week. So even as you're looking at the situation, you're not going to be very clear about it because of you're trapped in fear. So all of this is coming together rather well, right? So now the solution is deception and envy. So people are deceiving you and telling you everything is fine. Don't worry about it. Everything is cool. Everything is cool. It's okay. This reminds me of when the banks failed. I went into my personal bank, which was at Washington Mutual at the time, for like every day for about a week. I went in there and I was like, hi, so is everything okay? Is everything okay? Is everything okay? And I was talking to my regular people and I was like, hey, oh no, everything's cool. Everything's cool. Everything's fine. Because nobody had told them either. They had been loyal to a fault, probably trapped in a little bit of fear, like, what do we do? What are we supposed to do? I don't know. What are we supposed to do? Well, they waited. Things happened behind the scenes, and within about, I went back the day after that, and my Washington Mutual became a Chase. Poof, just like that. And I was like, what? And they were like, don't worry, everything's okay. I was like, well, deception and envy. So we have deception and envy. So things are happening behind the scenes. Things are changing. And while nobody's talking about it, it's still happening. They even may not be aware that it's happening themselves. It doesn't mean that you have to be lost in it. Okay, you can be the one who's paying attention. You've got to get out of the fear. You've got to get out of this so you can see what's really happening, okay? Because it's happening, all right? This card here is talking about the Alleyman himself, all right? This is a fun little card. There's this man in the alley, and he's got a whole bunch of hands going around the circle of the back, around the back of him, twirling a coin, like a magic person would be doing. It's a very interesting card. It speaks to me of potential and things happening behind the scenes. things are happening behind your back you're not aware of, but you need to look at all the big picture, look at all the possibilities of what's coming around to the corner, okay? Look at all the signs as things are changing so quickly, all right? And then I want you to look at the fact that your foundation of your money may be changing as well. So all of this speaks to the foundation of your money. Funny I mentioned banks. So pay attention to all the deception and all the things that are happening behind the scenes. Things can percolate and percolate. Don't get stuck in loyalty so that you don't get to make a strong choice on your own about what you want to do. You may be dragged along or pushed into it. Someone sent a sack and dragged along to somewhere else without having any idea where the hell you're going because you were loyal, okay? I want you to have a choice. I want you to have some input on this. Know that your judgment will be off because your awareness is off, because you're not seeing the battle. There's deception. There's, the Alleyman screams of deception as well. Things like illusion, right? It's all about illusion with that card. Excellent. Let's go ahead and clarify a few of these cards with this deck right here from John Holland. Like I said, all the decks will be in the comments below, so don't be alarmed. You will have complete understanding of where all this is coming from. Let's go ahead and look at the dog card here. Get more information about that. We will go ahead and get more information about our battle card, right? Clarifying the Alleyman, even though he doesn't really need clarification. I really get that illusion quite strongly. So here we go. Trapped in fear, we know what that's about. Stuck in a place of loyalty at work, feeling very much trapped, stuck, unclear, wanting loyalty to be strong. Maybe unwilling to rebuild. Man, you got to get willing to be rebuilding, okay? Rebuilding is the key. If you think about it as a possibility of, because rebuilding screams of hope, and I want you to take the hope and run with it, all right? So now that we've done that, awareness is blocked still, but you have that battle that's going on around you. Maybe you'll like open your eyes and see what's happening, all right? It's going to be interesting to see what's there. Clarity of belief, right? Let's be clear about your belief system in this situation. Clarity of belief. Not all beliefs are true, but at the same time, if we're talking religion or spiritual beliefs, whatever you believe is probably fine. But this is about physical reality, and your beliefs about what's happening in physical reality don't seem to be clear. So let's get clear. Use your better judgment, okay? Use your better judgment. Look for things that are out of place. Look for things that don't make sense and ask more questions. You're allowed to ask as many questions as you want, and I want you to ask as many questions as you can. Deception and envy are here, telling us that, of course, there's a lot of deception going on this week, and if you don't ask more questions and get more information, you're going to be the one who's deceived. The Alleyman is here saying there's more illusion happening. Pay attention. Interesting. And it's clarified by feeling alone. This card is all about feeling alone. Like, sometimes if everybody's telling you a story and you don't get the story, you're like, wait a minute. Nobody's telling me what we're doing and what's happening. Why isn't anyone talking to me? And all the information you're getting is faulty. So, it speaks a lot about that whole survivor thing. Where if you're not in the loop about who's going to get voted off, chances are good it's you. I don't mean to make that worse for you. I apologize. It isn't intended to make it worse. It's intended to help you see more clearly. You have an opportunity anywhere along this time, this week, to take off your rose-colored glasses and look at the universe from a real reality space, okay? This is the week of the 24th through the 30th of December, so there is some stuff going on around the holidays that's going to be frustrating for you. Sorry. Do mind your financial foundation, okay? Mind your financial foundation. For some of you, this could be deception in a relationship that you're in. Things you've been thinking were right, but aren't. If you feel crazy, there might be something else going on. So you probably aren't crazy, and there really is something else going on. It's just under the guise or under the veil, and you need to sort of look at it from that point of view and see what you can do about that, okay? I'm here for you. Like and subscribe, comment below, contact me privately if you need to. All my contacts are down there. I am here for you. I don't want you to feel alone in any of this, because you're feeling alone. The card even says so. You're feeling alone. And I don't want you to feel alone, okay? So communicate with me. We'll figure it out, all right? Hang in there, and we will talk next about January next year. Whoop, whoop. All right. Thank you so much.